This episode is brought to you by Olive & June.
And I'm a brand new fan of Olive & June because we're going to be talking about their gel polishes, which we're really excited to get. But prior to even this, like 2 weekends ago, Mats and I were out and he treated me to 2 Olive & June polishes that I painted my toes, and they look so good.
I love painting my nails at home. As you know, Olive & June delivers up to 21 days of flawless wear with a high gloss shine that won't chip, lift, or dull. There's no damaging removal thanks to their new peel off base coat and salon speed soak off system. Say goodbye to the drama of gel removal.
Olive & June's new gel mani system includes everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box, and you can customize it with your choice of 6 gel polishes, which breaks down to less than $2 a manicure. There's a custom 5-finger LED lamp and the iconic poppy for easy painting with your non-dominant hand.
They also have a high-performance cleaner solution, HEMA-free, 15-free, and always cruelty-free and vegan.
I used to be a huge salon manicure kind of girl. Like, I was getting my gel every couple weeks, and I have to say, like, when I stopped doing that, I realized how much more of my life I had back.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I used to think that going to get a manicure and pedicure was relaxing, but I don't know what happened in the last few years, but
no, it was a sudden shift.
It does not feel relaxing anymore. It just kind of feels like I'm being pushed around and I have to leave. And that is why I switched to doing my nails at home.
I have to say, I think I'm probably the most excited for the peel off base coat, because that has been like the thing that has stopped me prior to this from getting into doing an at-home gel manicure.
Yeah, my nails actually got pretty damaged too because of all the scraping, and I asked him to stop doing that at the nail salon, and they're pretty resistant to that. So I like that I can be at home and, control that myself. I'm also really looking forward to all the shades that they have. They have 60 plus best-selling colors.
I'm so excited. CV red is like that, like perfect orangey red, which is like my favorite shade to wear.
Visit oliveandjune.com/blame me for 20% off your first Olive & June gel mani system.
That's OLIVEANDJUNE.com/BLAMEME for 20% off your first Olive & June gel mani system.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Netflix has a new monstrous story to tell. In 1950s Wisconsin, Ed Gein lived quietly on a decaying farm, hiding a house of horrors so gruesome it would redefine the American nightmare. Driven by isolation, psychosis, and an all-consuming obsession with his mother, he committed crimes that would haunt Hollywood for decades. The third and most harrowing installment of Ryan Murphy and Ian Brennan's anthology series. Watch Monster, the Ed Gein story, streaming now only on Netflix.
Hi, welcome to another Friday where you get fisted. Oh my god, that sounds good. That sounds like it was a pretty good fisting for the Friday.
Wow.
Do you think it depends on the fist or the Friday? Or do both play a factor?
I think they go hand in hand.
Fist over fist. Damn, that's a bad Friday. 2 fist over fist? No. Too much. But emotionally, maybe that's what this is going to feel like to some people.
I feel like my 1 fist equals, like, my 2 fists equals 1 of yours.
I guess you're right. I am thinking of this in a selfish manner because I'm like, I got big old hands. Like,
I have very small hands.
Giant hands. Random bruises popping up.
Oh, I fell into my closet today, so.
Wow.
It hurt.
Damn. Which closet?
The deep one.
Oof. Ouch. Not a lot of rebound. Yeah. You got stuck in there for a minute, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I was in. Okay, so what happened was I was rearranging some stuff in there because I needed to get the box down that had the toilet paper. But it was like only half full. So when I was throwing it back up, it was falling back down. So then I was like reaching in to rearrange it, and as I'm reaching in, I just fell right on top of things.
Yeah, and then you're like,
it hasn't bruised yet, but it's sore. But I know it's gonna bruise. Yeah.
We were doing our final Halloween decorations, which I think the one I love the most, which Mats was the most like skeptical about, because like for sure, did I see it on like a blurry fucking Pinterest photo that like I'm sure was done by government officials? Like I'm sure they used a crane to do this kind of decoration. And he was like, yeah, I don't think this is a civilian thing to do, but it's like decorating a tree with hanging little plastic jack-o'-lanterns, like the trick-or-treating ones you would use. And the way that I would throw this thing with so much force, like I came up with the whole system. So I had like a clear string that I would hold, and I would have it like looped on the bottom. And at first we were just doing like, I tied it to like a Pilates O-ring, and then I would throw that over, but it was too big for a lot of the areas. And it's, you know, I literally felt like I was in track and field. Like it's like you're having to throw like a Frisbee, and it was having a mind of its own. So I am throwing this plastic jack-o'-lantern that Mats is trying to catch, and 4 times in a row, I threw it with all of my might, and it ricocheted off the branch and hit me in the head. And after the 4th time, Mats was like, we have to pause. This is not, like, you're getting hit pretty hard every time. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't, the measure of like the weight of something and the force that you are, I have to use enough force because the weight is not evenly distributed. But if I actually aim incorrectly, all that force comes straight back to me.
Force equals mass times acceleration.
Exactly. It's really a science.
Yeah, physics to be exact.
That was a tough class for me.
It's my favorite class. Taylor Swift.
What about it?
I'm just saying her name.
Haven't heard that name in years.
Aren't you a big fan?
Listen, when I tell you I have tried to get through this album, you guys, it's October 8th. I have tried to get through this album, and I am 16 seconds into Eldest Daughter, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th song, 18 seconds, and I said, I have to take a break. If I wanted to listen to dressing room music, you'd find me in Old Navy. And these are the tracks, everyone says, the first 4 are good. The first 4 is the soundtrack for Old Navy. The way that people, and this is my thing that I'm so annoyed with fans at, and I go, by the way, guys, if you applaud her for making shit, guess what you're having for dinner? Because you're having dinner shit every night for the rest of your life. Shit.
27
shit.
variants of shit. How many did you say it was?
No, it was 27 yesterday. It might even be up to like more now. But like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you guys, by the way, like, she doesn't do secret sessions anymore. She's not going to invite you to her house to make cookies. Like, she's a Capricorn. Criticism. She fuels on that shit. I'm like, if you do not tell her that, like, by the way, girly pop, this is really bad, she's just going to keep making this and you're going to keep eating it up. Like, it feels like something that someone lip syncs on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade float that like a Disney Channel exec was like, just throw any of them in there. It like is a song that is not about anything or anyone, and anyone could kind of just like take it and step in that place. And then she did an interview. She was like, well, if like, you know, my name's in your mouth the week of album release, like it's all good. And I'm like, it's not all good. She's like, like everyone's like literally it's giving very much like haters are my motivators. I'm like, these are legitimately your fans. Like, okay. Yeah,
I found out new information about her this week that I'm like, how bad is this album that it's pissing your own fans off to make hate things about you? Because like these are things that only the fans can know. Like this isn't just like, you know, it's public information. Huh?
You saw the Connor Kennedy stuff?
Yeah. I'm like, of course it's public information, but it's like information that people like just don't know unless they follow or keep up with your life. And I was like, how bad is it that it's turning your own fans against you? Like, I can understand somebody making an album that you just don't resonate with. Like, you know, I used to like really like her music and it no longer resonates with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, it didn't make me angry enough to like start airing her dirty laundry.
Yeah. Well, it's because the album is not only bad, it's problematic. It is also propaganda. And it's like, so weirdly mean, and everybody's like, oh my God, you don't want her to be happy. And I go, girl, she's not happy. Have you listened to these lyrics? Like, she is not, even in the songs where people are talking about, like, she's happy. And I was like, no, she made like an entire song before about being like, your other girl, you didn't like your other girlfriend as much as me, right? Like she made you like, you like were unhappy and like now you have me, right? Like, this is all good, right? And I'm like, this is not giving like, oh my God, I'm just like so in love and happy and everything is fantastic. Like, it's not that. Like, she sounds bitter and miserable. And I'm like, okay, you did get engaged to him. Like, that's like, if this is that's your prerogative, go for it. Like, you don't have to do this. And everyone's like, this is the happiest she's ever been. I'm like, okay. It literally feels like every time, like, you know, that, what is that? It's from Euphoria or whatever. It's like, I'm the happiest I've ever been. It's like literally someone who's like hysterical. And I'm like, okay, for sure. People have said this so many times. If I have to overlook something where it's like, well, I just changed the ending and the entire meaning of Hamlet because like, I just made it more of like a vibe. I'm like, well, what if we just
didn't reference
wrote
Hamlet?
A story that's not about Hamlet? Because it's the antithesis of the meaning of like what Ophelia goes through, where it's like the only choice she's ever made for herself in her life is ending her life. And it's like, well, got saved by a man, so I actually didn't have to do that. And everyone's like, okay, well, if then now it's just like, okay, so Ophelia hasn't learned her lesson yet. Like, so like this is going to end in flames again then. That's if we're falling into all of this. And just like the hoops that people are jumping through to defend, which like the part that like makes me like so irate is that like you can't say the thing that we've said for so long of being like, oh my, like she is a fantastic lyricist. There's so well thought out, like she can write some like really great lyrics and then be like, oh my God, they're just not that deep. Like you're just reading into it too much. And I'm like, aren't you the ones who counted the number of wood planks on the fence in the background of one of her photos to predict the next time that she was going to release something? I'm like, I thought we're supposed to read into it. And now suddenly we're not reading into it. And like, everyone's like, it's the one, no, Melissa, the song Canceled. Everyone's like, it's about Sophie Turner. And I'm like, genuinely, I need you 911. I have someone with their head stuck so far up their ass. This is a suffocation hazard. I'm like, Sophie Turner was never canceled. Nobody thought Sophie Turner was in the wrong during her divorce. Everybody was on Sophie Turner's side the entire time except for Joe Jonas. No matter how many stories he was feeding, she was never canceled. And by the way, if it was about Sophie Turner, she would have named Sophie Turner. The idea that she's not naming who her song Canceled is about is like, which like I like my friends Canceled. I'm like, okay, not enough to actually like say their names because you're afraid of like who, like what everyone's going to relate this to. But it's like even people are like so upset that the idea that it could even be Blake Lively. And they're like, it can't be her. And I was like, oh my God, of all the hills to fucking die on, her still being friends with Blake Lively is like where you draw the line. And they're like, well, she can't name Blake because like she can't put herself in the middle of the situation. I'm like, then don't write the song.
But not that, but didn't she like go to meetings? Like she was already in the situation.
Yeah, they're bringing her in the situation. Well, and also like Justin Baldoni's lawyer is like, if Taylor Swift has breathed in the vicinity, he's subpoenaing her. Is there anything to actually find? No. Is it just all of these empty things because there's literally nothing there because Justin Baldoni has no fucking case and he's a literal fucking idiot and his whole team is? But like, if it was one of those things of being like, well, you guys, she like can't come out right and say it. And I go, okay, the most litigious idiot fucking group of lawyers in the world, they're gonna make it about this song anyway, regardless if she says her name or not. So I'm like, if it is this like, no, she can't because like, you know those lawyers. Then she wouldn't have made the song at all. And it's so clear. Like I like my friends like Canceled and like draped in Gucci. And I'm like Blake Lively did one Gucci spread in Glamour magazine in 2014. And I'm like, or it could be Brittany Mahomes who's wearing head to toe tacky ass fucking Gucci outfits to her husband Kermit the Frog's fucking football game. Like, who do you think? And it just is like so, and like the songwriting is horrific. The clean version is better, which would make sense. Yeah. And it's still like conceptually not it. She literally, oh my God, the song Wish List that has dollar signs in it, by the way, for the S's. So she talks about everything that she wants. And she did this interview where everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe this interviewer said that. That's like so fucking offensive. Because he was like, your fans are worried that like once you get married, like, you know, you're not going to like, are you going to retire after this album? Are you not going to make music anymore? And she's like, well, that's a really offensive question. And she's like, women don't like quit their jobs when they get married. And I was like, totally. It is an offensive question. In the context of this song, by the way, like that is not what it sounds like. That to me, in the context of this song, is not an offensive question because the entire song is like, they want a job. They want rights. All I want is my man. Like, it is like, they want to have an Oscar. Girl, you want an Oscar. Like this whole thing of like, these are these things that people want. I don't want any of that. I just want you. I'm like, that sounds like, hey, fuck you all. I'm moving off the grid with Travis Kelce and his thick neck. And we are, and then she threatens, we're going to populate the entire neighborhood with people who look like you, which yeah, they want those bright lights and those Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face. They want it all. And this part, they want that complex female character. Okay, so what's the alternative? That you are like, no, I want a mindless, dumb...
A bird.
I want to be a mindless, dumb fuckmaid? Like, what is the difference? They want that critical smash, I don't even know, all of these references. And they want an Oscar on the bathroom floor. They want it all. And they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. I hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. Well, tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow. Got me dreaming about a driveway and a basketball hoop. Boss up, settle down, got a wish list. And so I'm like, yeah, it sounds like you want to never work again and just have this man's children and be a professional incubator. Like, that's just like, that is this trad wife thing that you're selling. And so then to have her friends like, that's so offensive to suggest that she would quit her job. I go, so why'd you make the song about how like, I don't want to have a job anymore. I just want to be a wife. Oh my God. And the one that really, the line, where is it? And sure, people can be like, well, defense, it sounds like this is related to the line after that. She says, they want that freedom. And then it says, they want their freedom living off the grid. Okay, sure. They want those 3 dogs that they call their kids. I don't want any of that. I just want, you don't want freedom. Okay. And it's just like so ironic to like talk about these things that you don't want, that you, by the way, you actually still do want while you already have them. Like, and like, there's just no defense of like any of this. Like, and then the amount of people who are like, it's satire. I'm like, guys, that's fucking worse. She like made people spend all this fucking money and say, oh, they didn't make it. They had the choice for sure. She marketed this whole thing in earnest. She said it was going to be like folklore lyrics with ever more, like music in this. And like this, she sold this on this. This is the album I've always wanted to make. And now everyone's like, no, it's satire. Like, for what? And again, I've said this on this podcast. I mean, not on this podcast, but on our podcast so many times. I so need people to learn the definition of satire, because like, do you just mean trolling? Because like satire has to have like a actual political, sociological kind of commentary to that. And if it's like, well, you just are not smart enough to get it, you have to go to the movie. No, that's not satire. That's not satire. Like, I'm just baffled. And this whole like, I don't know, like I really have been hating seeing people make the claim of being like, this is what the fascists want. They want us to like not enjoy anything. Like, you still have to be able to enjoy life. And I'm like, no, but this is this is like a billionaire who released an album about like whatever. Like, there are so many dog whistles in this album. There's like so much trad wife propaganda undertones in like the whole fucking thing. And it's like, no, now it's giving much more like dance around while they're setting your house on fire. Like, there's a big difference between like enjoying things while like fighting fascism than like burning your money, having someone burn your money, your house around you, and then dancing in the fucking ash. Like, yeah, like it's just like, what are we doing? Oh my God. And everyone's like, it's just, it's just vibe. Don't listen, just vibe. Don't think. And I'm like, huh?
That's exactly how they want women, is just to
stop thinking,
nod and smile. I guess it is started if I do put them together. And don't do anything else. That's it. That's life.
It's
You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice.
Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
If you've shopped online, it's extremely likely that you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout? The one that makes the process from, I think I'm ready to buy, to, I can't wait till it gets here, so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce platform behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. It gives you a leg up from the very beginning, with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style, so you don't have to spend time coding a website. Shopify allows you to tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. Plus, they have built-in marketing and email tools to help find and keep new customers, so you can easily spread your brand's word. And did I mention that iconic purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world? It's the reason why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. Your customers already know it, love it, and actually use it. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. Shopify.com/realm.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock has tips to protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report phishing, and update the software on your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, let LifeLock alert you to suspicious uses of your personal information. LifeLock also fixes identity theft. Guaranteed or your money back. Stay smart, safe, and protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
And now I guess she's like doing interviews saying like, it's satire. And I'm like, you can't do that now. You cannot do that now.
Not when you said it was the great, what is she, when she was on his podcast.
Which she name drops, by the way, in the song.
Yeah. She was very excited about it. You can't walk it back now.
No, like,
so,
and that's how you know it's bad, when like true and earnest fans heard that, listened to that podcast, heard her say she was like so proud of this. This is the album she's always wanted to make. And they go, don't worry, guys, it's satire. Like, even they were like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
So I will listen in a while, not right now. There's too much good music out, but
that's the part that's really hard.
Is that I will not make a judgment about it until I actually listen. But from the snippets I heard, it still won't be for me.
And you know what the worst part is? Like, the only song so far that I'm like, okay, this actually is catchy. Because, by the way, I think Max Martin and Shellback hated this album. They there is no melody to most of these songs. Like, they are not catchy in that way. There's like snippets that might be like slightly catchy, but like it is just super verbose and just like so like wordy and clunky. And that like I also think they phoned it in. It feels like everybody phoned it in. Mm-hmm. But the only song that I'm like, this is actually catchy. Direct ripoff of Jackson 5. Like, to the point where I'm like, of all the Jackson, can't you pick a deeper cut? Like, that's...
Or maybe don't pick a Jackson 5 song, a song that was made by children.
For children.
And have it be about sex.
And that's the issue. It's the only catchy song. It's the only song I have found catchy. And I go, well, this is a ripoff of Jackson 5. The movie, I guess she like makes a big movie. Okay. Videos where she like talks about the songs. I guess she makes like this, like a big talk before the song Father Figure about how like credit in the music industry is like so important, and like people think that the song's about Scott Borchetta, who's like her old label, and I'm just like, I think it's about Olivia Rodrigo, also because she says she relates to both perspectives of being like the person in power and the protege. So I'm like, okay, sure. Part of it is about her experience, but then I think part of it's about her doing it back. And she talks, and then it feels solidified because she talks about like the importance of giving credit and songwriting and like, you know, how that there's like an etiquette here and all that. And like, you know, famously, it was a lawsuit was not filed, but legal action was suggested to possibly be taken. And before that could come to fruition, Olivia Rodrigo gave her credit because she said she was inspired by how she delivered a bridge. And it's like not even the same melodically. It's like just like kind of a scream singing. And like it's, I don't think it deserved credit whatsoever. And that's what everyone, I mean, I don't think there's any disputing that was like the cause of their falling out. And she also they used to call her mother. So I'm like, yeah, father figure checks out. But she talks about that's like why it was so important for her to get permission from the George Michael estate to do the song. And I'm like, so you're talking about how important this is to give credit for when you're inspired by songs and like all of this kind of stuff. But I was like, but this is, of all of the songs on the album, it's minus the title. That's the strongest tie to the song than a lot of the other ones that are very clear samplings and interpolations. Like, okay. Also, the fact that she did one from the Jonas Brothers, and I go, that's your ex-boyfriend. You have his phone number. Give him a call. So I don't know. I wonder if like the public response, because like, yeah, I wonder if the public response, because she did sample this from like big artists. And I think like that tends to kind of be like, oh, we'll work it out behind the scenes. Like, let's not like, you know, bad PR from everyone. We don't want our fans attacking you. We don't want your fans attacking us. And like her fandom is so powerful. But I do wonder if like the fandom response and like the public response to the album is like going to make people specifically, I think Jackson 5 should sue regardless.
Well, it wasn't originally their song. It was part of Barry Gordy's group that he was part of. So it would be them, but.
Yeah. But like for the Jonas Brothers, they have like an overlap in audience. So I do think that like if the album was being received really well, they would have been like, oh, I don't totally hear it. But like, I'm wondering now if they're going to be like, no, we're going to do this. This feels kind of fucked. And like the Pixies too. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 20-minute rant on.
It makes me like, it's sad. It's very sad.
This is an ad.
I hate it!
An ad for crisp, refreshing Angry Orchard hard cider.
That is refreshing.
An ad that interrupted your podcast.
I hate being interrupted!
To remind you to stop being angry at me and crack open an Angry Orchard.
That's a good idea.
Don't get angry. Get Orchard. Angry Orchard Cider Company, LLC. AngryOrchard.com. Please drink responsibly. Angry Orchard is a hard cider with other natural flavors.
Hi, it's Eva Longoria, and let's be real. After 40, we should ask for more from our skincare. I swear by Revitalift Triple Power Moisturizer by L'Oreal Paris. With vitamin C, pro-retinol, and hyaluronic acid, it reduces my wrinkles, firms, and brightens. And it's not a procedure. It's just a hard-working moisturizer.
Revitalift Triple Power Moisturizer by L'Oreal Paris. Grab it today in fragrance-free or with SPF 30. Available at your local Walmart.
Hi there, Fred Greenhalgh here, director of audio dramas like DC High Volume Batman and Star Trek Con. However, my one true love remains all things spooky, and I'm excited to say there's a new season of my horror podcast, Undertow. This season is called Familiar Haunts, standalone horror tales that reveal how the past is never truly gone, and humanity may be the most ruthless monster of them all. Familiar Haunts is available now. Find it by subscribing to Undertow wherever you get your podcasts, such as the app where you're listening to me right now. Search for Undertow.
Dolly Parton's alive.
Oh my God, kidney stones. The way that her sister scared the absolute living shit out of me. And then
she made a TikTok and said, I ain't dead yet.
No, and then her sister goes to sleep. And then the next morning goes, oh my God, guys, I didn't mean to worry you like that. And I'm like, okay, so don't say pray for my sister and then turn on your do not disturb and go to bed.
Right.
Cruel. Rude.
But they're also old. So like, she didn't think it'd be like that.
She didn't think it'd be what?
I don't think she thought it would just it would be like that huge of a. outcry.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant she thought she was getting taken out by those kidney stones.
No,
because kidney stones can be bad.
No, I think that
she didn't think
her
social
sister
media.
didn't think it through.
Yeah. But I'm glad she's here.
Me too. But R.I.P. to Jane Goodall. What do you have to say?
Me and my timelines, up until, what was that, Friday? There was no world in which if you asked me if Jane Goodall was still alive, I would have said yes. Like,
so
I had I thought she was like friends with Amelia Earhart.
No. She came to it's like second or third grade class. And that's where I met her, and it was incredible.
Why have you never told this story? That's so
I'm
cool.
I'm telling the story now. And she was the great, because we watched a documentary about her before she came to our class. And then I was like, okay. But then she came and I was like, whoa, she's super cool. And I was obsessed. And then a few years ago, Ty was working at this production company that did a new documentary on her. And they showed it, and she was there too. So this woman has been a big part of my life, and I'm obsessed with her. I didn't know that she had died till 2 days ago, because I know it happened earlier in the week, but I thought people were just posting stuff. I was like, I don't know why.
Finally, you guys bitches are getting on my Jane Goodall.
Is my algorithm just feeding me because I like something?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait. So it came to me as a shock, but it was very impactful in my life.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah. So here I was thinking that she was friends with Amelia Earhart and Eleanor Roosevelt. I think the issue is the way that they taught women through history is they just gave a list of the women in history, and they were like, here you go. And so I was like, oh, so what do you mean they weren't all friends? This wasn't the same time period. You're picking over the course of, honestly, decades.
She was born in 1934, so,
No, she lived a long life.
She's 91 when she died. So, I don't fault you.
Totally. I just think that, the timeline was a little, and again, I do blame the education I received.
Yeah.
But wow, yeah. I watched so many clips of her, reading different things about how she brought one of her kids who was a baby to with her while she was working, and she put the baby in a cage because she was I'm not ignorant of the size and the sheer capability of these animals. I'm not going to just be oh, well, they like me and they love, she was very smart with that, which a lot of the times, I think a lot of people who get inspired by watching her and how it gets watered down in versions of it, it's oh, she's best friends with these animals, they can do it's giving very Snow White, and it's no, this is someone who's very well researched, studied, accredited, and has a deep understanding of this, and that's why this relationship works, is because there isn't any sort of cluelessness or naivete.
So
I can't believe she came to your school. How old was she then?
I mean, that would have been 20 years ago, so 70.
So she was old then?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's been old my whole life.
Math isn't my strong suit.
She was born in 1930.
So when you watch the video, she was or the documentary, was she young in it? And then she walked in and you were who's this old lady?
No, I mean, she looks the exact same. She's just older.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's true. Wow.
And they also told us she was coming, so I knew it was her.
Oh, she didn't surprise you. It wasn't it wasn't Ty Pennington with the car.
No.
Move that
bus. No. Did he ever give people cars?
What?
You said it wasn't Ty Pennington with a car.
I meant the bus.
Okay.
That's all I meant. I do need to know if you are on the same side of TikTok as me. When I say the words Miss Grand International, what do you think of? Does it mean anything to you?
No.
Oh my goodness. So I have ended up on the Miss Grand International TikTok side. And what is that? It is a pageant. And I did look it up because I had questions because I don't know. I guess when I think of pageants, I think of friend of the podcast, Cammie Crawford. Congratulations on your engagement, girl. But I think of the glamorous pageants. Specifically, I think of stages that don't look like community theater productions. and things that are very well rehearsed and well planned and kind of like, you know, big events. So when I started seeing these, I was like, is this like a bit, like, what is this? So I looked it up, and I just want to give a little rundown for you about what this is. Is a little confusing to me because, so it is a Miss Grand International
reality show.
No, it is a pageant.
Why are they going down a raptor?
Well, get ready. So it was founded in 2013 by a Thai television producer, and it was founded in Thailand amongst a political crisis, inspiring the organizers to use the slogan, "No mob, stop the wars," and later rephrased to "Stop the war and violence." And the pageant aims to promote peace by being against all kinds of conflicts. So I do have questions about that because so far what I have seen has not given that through line whatsoever. And I do wonder if the contestants have been told that that is the goal of this pageant. And I also wonder if, like, is it just because that's what the winner does at the end, if it's like humanitarian work? But the grand talent round has been underway. And the talents are unique. We have multiple people performing ballet who have never done ballet in their lives. They are just spinning on stage. We have someone who brought a suitcase out, and I kept waiting for what was going to happen. Turns out they were performing comedy. They were just talking to the audience. We have people who decide to sing.
In English?
Her talking?
Yeah.
As much as I watched of it, that was a good point. I don't know if she switched anything.
I was just wondering. Like, I didn't know if you just missed the humor because you didn't understand it. But it was.
People weren't really laughing.
Okay.
The audience. And then we also have someone whose talent was kind of just posing and like walking. Someone also had a chair, and I was like, ooh, contortionist. Ooh, this is giving America's Got Talent. This is giving Britain's Got Talent. It's giving, like, you know, one of those things where they like flip the chair and it's like balancing on their foot while they're upside down, like all that stuff. No, she is wearing a wrinkled, unsteamed silk robe, and she is doing a striptease to Pink Panther. And she gets on the chair and like does a little dance. And there was one, and the first one I saw, which was Miss Grand Ghana, and I said, oh, we've got talent here because she's singing. And unfortunately, that was the first one that I saw, so I did have a different set of expectation and standards for the rest of them. But it is, they have one girl who is like, she can clearly dance, but they put her in like a knee-length pleated tennis skirt. I'm like, for what? What are we doing here? Why? And I have just become so deeply obsessed with it. One girl is singing and she's holding her phone the whole time to look at the lyrics.
So it's a low budge. I mean, it happened during wartime, so.
I know, but this is happening right now as well.
Yeah, we're keeping the same vibes. The world is always at war.
You know what? Good fucking point. They've got 1 million followers. And the host, it's still in Thailand. But this is the pleated skirt. This is her talent.
Is it international? Yeah, because that's Nigeria. Okay.
Why are we in a knee-length pleated skirt?
You know what? Just chalk it up to cultural differences.
For sure. Where's my favorite? She's wearing no shoes.
She's doing a liturgical dance.
Everyone in the comments is like, oh my God, you guys, it's not bad. She's not a professional. And I'm like, so why are you doing it for your talent?
Is it supposed to be ballet or is it supposed to be an interpretive dance?
Well, most of these are ballet.
I mean, but interpretive dance has ballet influences.
For sure. What do you think the other influences are?
That's why I was saying it's liturgical. It mixes the interpretation. Like you do it for interpretation.
But isn't there a religious component to like the song?
Can be. You can just be interpreting it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
what's the prize?
In 2021, it was $60,000 USD.
Yeah. Let girls enjoy things.
Totally. I do worry that they were not told about everything they have to do. I am worried that I'm worried that a pageant coordinator has not been coordinating because I just cannot.
It's all on the website. I'm on the website. Everything's there. They knew what they were signing up for.
Okay. The one who brought her phone on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way.
Maybe they just they didn't have a representation. They were like, hey, you get a free trip if you just go sign up and do this.
That's what I've been trying to look into the casting process of like how people are selected. But I have just been obsessed with it. And there's just other videos that are going viral from like years prior where like people are posing on the carpet. And like, it really does seem like this is a pageant for like hot divas. Like the kind of girls who are like. I thought
it was a reality show. Like, I feel like it could be a Bravo show.
I would love it. But like, it is just gorgeous girls who like their talent being gorgeous, their skills, gorgeousness. And so there's one where like they're posing and the girl's like trying to help the other girl pose, but like she's just like moving her around and they're not talking. And the girl's like giving her this look. And then finally she stops. And then you look at the photos of like the whole group and it's like everybody's like posing hand on hip, smiling together. And the girl who's like trying to pose everybody is like off to the side, like arched back, ass sticking out, like looking over, like peekaboo over her shoulder. And I was like, I'm addicted to this. Like, I am addicted to, it's a gorgeous off. And it's just, it seems so wildly interesting. And I don't know why I've never been fed any information about it before.
Never heard of it. I'm going to ask Samantha her thoughts on it and I'll report back.
I feel like I'm just going to be like, I don't even know what that is. Because I don't think it's
international.
Similar.
She coaches pageant people, doesn't matter what pageant, so she might have coached somebody for this.
One of the top comments is, did they have to pick their talent out of a hat? Like right before. But they're all gorgeous, which really helps.
Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana. You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
Oh, Hilaria got sent home from Dancing with the Stars. Hillary got sent home and she cried and like her partner Gleb is just smiling the whole time. So I'm rooting for Jordan Childs. If she does not, I'll be so upset. Did you watch her Princess Tiana dance?
Nope.
Beautiful.
Haven't seen any of it.
Beautiful.
It's gotten off my timeline. I've also been just putting my phone in the other room while I've been doing work and only looking at TikToks for a small amount of time. So I have been getting my full course of TikToks. The days are numbered anyway, so.
For the Rapture?
No, for TikTok.
Oh.
Not for the world.
I was like, you have to tell me what you know.
TikTok.
I know I'm staying here, but I'd like to say goodbye. Wish you good luck. Yeah. You know, I have to say, I was much more upset. I mean, I'm upset, of course, free speech, everything being fucked up, the government owning everything, fascism. Yes. But if I'm going to talk about it in like purely a like smooth-brained idiot kind of way, I am less upset about it than I was before because that shit has already started creeping up on TikTok that like it is I already think it's not the app that it used to be. So I'm like, I don't want that to happen, but I do feel like they've been soft launching it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't with them. Did you see that clip of Stephen Miller on CNN where he pretended to freeze, but he was blinking the whole time?
No.
He was like, and I'm like, you're blinking. You're not frozen or glitching. And the CNN host was like, okay, seems like something's going on there.
Yeah.
Evil, awful, hate it.
Yeah, there's that.
But Dolly Parton as well.
She looked vibrant as ever.
As she does. Gorgeous, stunning, wonderful.
Oh, they caught not caught. They have arrested somebody for the Pasadena fires.
The way I called Mott's 4 times, and he was on his drive to work, and I was just giving him updates from the press conference. You guys,
I just had it playing while I was cleaning.
The evidence is he listened to a song about fire.
A French rap song, to be exact.
For sure. And he's from Florida. So literally it said, I got the push notification, Florida man arrested. And I said, for Palisades fire.
He lived in Palisades at the time, though.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in
Chat GPT.
Yeah, the Chat GPT. He was a Uber or Lyft driver. Mm-hmm. He got out his car off after his shift. They said that what happened was it was put out, and then it was the underbrush.
Yeah, which is why, it's like 5 to 20 years, and it's like, it's not arson. Like, it's giving very much accidental. Then they were like, and we found on his computer a Chat GPT photo of city burning in fire.
A dystopian city burning. Anyways, well, thank you all for listening.
We hope you enjoyed. So many things we covered in this episode. Hope it was a great and thorough fisting for you all. And Swifties, if you're upset, it says more about you than me.
All right. Join us on Monday for But Am I Wrong? Tuesday for See You Next Tuesday. Thursday for Don't Blame Me. And we'll be back to fist you again on Friday.
Woo! Bye-bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
Okay, so you want to tell him or you want me to tell him?
No. I got this. People out there.
Yeah.
People, lean in. Get close. Listen, here's the deal.
We got big news.
We got monumental news. We got snacktacular news.
Yeah, after a brief hiatus, my good friend Michael Ian Black and I are coming back.
My good friend Tom Cavanaugh and I are coming back to do what we do best.
What we were put on this earth to do.
To pick a snack.
To eat a snack.
And to rate a snack.
Scientifically.
Emotionally.
Spiritually.
Mates is back.
Mike and Tom Eat Snacks is back.
A podcast for anyone with a mouth.
With a mouth. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
There are vampires out there. They walk among you, shoulder to shoulder in the dark. Heading to work, heading home, going to the bar. It's a life just like anyone else's, and I have grown used to it. To the darkness, to the moon, to the taste of blood on my tongue. But vampires are dying out. We are a fading kind, and I am the first one created in so long, and that is a dangerous thing to be. Those who came before me, elders of all stripes, they do not want to see our kind gone, and they will do anything to keep their power. And for myself, and for Grace, who created me, that is a sword that hangs above our heads. And the worst person of all carries our secret, and he will use it however he sees fit. Who do you look to when things are at their darkest? From the creators of Parkdale Haunt comes Woodbine, a podcast about monsters, dreams, and changes, those you want and those you never saw coming. Season 2 arrives September 24th, distributed by Realm.
Hey folks, I'm Nat, a host on Comic Sans, a podcast about comics for the curious. If you're looking for a podcast about comics that's light on lore, heavy on craft, and overloaded with laughs, Comic Sans might be for you.
And here we go, page turn.
Oh, no! In each episode, my co-host Yen and I read a different comic, talk about what we love, and break down exactly how the creators made it work. And we give you just enough context to read along with us. So whether you're looking for your first comic or your 500th, join us on Comic Sans. New episodes every other Thursday.